Well, hello everyone, and welcome to our podcast,
The Dark Price of the Spotlight.
Music Industry.
Edition. Oops.
Judah, you're fired officially.
I knew that was
Today's
coming.
your last day.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
I let my team down
Wait,
again.
you know what I'm going to do from now on?
What are we gonna do?
Before these podcasts, before we start it, we're going to rehearse it a few more times.
Fair enough. I agree. Can we have one of those little TV things that show the
Oh
lines?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're
Repeat the
going to have
line.
to put karaoke or something?
Yeah.
Okay, well, welcome. My name is Tatiana Liary. I'm a Latin artist. I've been singing since I was 11 years old. I sing salsa urbana, which is a combination with reggaeton with salsa. I have my own merch, which is called Estoy Pa Ti, and you can check it out at tatianaliary.com.
Boom.
Boom, 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 boom. And then next to me, I have...
Drum roll, please.
Wait, let me see.
Oh, okay.
I got it right.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Ooh, welcome,
All right.
Judah Crombie.
Yep. Welcome. Thank you. Music producer, lover of music, and doing this amazing podcast with two of my good friends here. These are the legends right here.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you again for having me.
Of course. And next to us, off camera, we have legend number 2, Illa Noize.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Illa Noize. I'm a music producer, songwriter with my own studio, and my credits are ESPN, Netflix, and much more.
Boom, boom,
Boom,
boom.
boom. I love it.
Dude, there's been so many more. I've
Yeah.
lost track of them. There's so many. There was just a recent one.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was
A
that
new
one?
show with Cedric the Entertainer, Barbecue King or something like that.
Yeah, that was like yesterday or the day before.
Yeah,
Oh.
something like that. Yeah, a couple days ago. I lose track too, you know.
Oh my gosh, great job.
Not to, you know,
No.
toot my
He
own
said
horn.
he's a
but,
humble guy, but I don't know.
well, you know.
I'm just kidding.
It's a fine line, but
Yeah. By the way, Judah, welcome to Instagram. Finally. Please,
Wow,
everybody.
round of applause.
Yeah, welcome. I needed to do that because, every time I try to tag him, I'm like, where is Judah Crombie? He's back.
no, I
He's
mean,
back.
I guess I made that account a while ago. I just forgot I even had it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everyone. And if this is your first time listening, this podcast, before we start, I just want to say, please subscribe. Please tell your friends about us. And thank you for listening. And if you don't know what this podcast is about, it's about the music industry, but specifically the things or topics that a lot of artists are kind of afraid to talk about, or just the ones that we just don't talk enough, and we should. So thank you. And also, most of my experience has been in the music Latin industry, and that's what I usually talk about. And today we're going to talk about something really special because it's about streaming. And this topic, it's very important. I feel like we don't get paid too much for streaming, and that's how we're going to talk about streaming, how much artists are getting paid. Should we change it? Should we not change it? Things like that. So I'm going to start with this. According to Forbes, as of 2024, music streaming accounts for 84% of total U.S. music industry revenue. So how much do artists get paid per stream right now? So Spotify pays artists between 0.003 to 0.005 per stream. But the crazy thing is that as of 2024, artists have to earn at least 1,000 streams within the past year in order to Spotify compensate them.
Wait, they have to earn at least 1,000 streams?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
not too bad, actually.
But for
if you get-
0.003,
if you get 950 streams,
Oh, it's not even a cent.
They don't have to pay
pay
you at
you
all.
exactly.
Okay, so it's 3/10 of a cent
Right.
to 5/10 of a cent.
Right, it's not even
per
1
stream.
cent.
So
Per stream.
even if you get 1,000,000 streams, you're still talking, what is that?
I think
$50 or something?
Isn't it crazy?
$500? 50? I don't know.
No, let me see if I can pull up a calculator.
It just seems
what's the
very
Well,
low.
Yeah, so music artists will have to get 800,000 streams per month to even equivalent a 15-hour pay.
Oh, wow. Okay, so
800,000 streams.
per month, which is a lot.
Yeah.
I wonder what percent of people, musicians on just in general, could even achieve those kind of numbers. It's
Well, the
probably
big
very
artists.
low.
Right.
So we are, again, talking about how it's hurting independent artists. Because it's hard for us to get to that number. I mean, I would love to, but it is kind of harder for us. So, like you have to, even $15 an hour for, how long it takes to even do a song and
how much money it takes
Yeah.
exactly
to make the song, to music video, to promote it. I mean, just everything.
Yeah.
And then you're getting 0.003 tenths of a cent, per stream. So like
and
basically,
you have to even do 1,000 to be able to even get that.
so basically, I pulled it up in here in a calculator. So if you get 10,000 streams, right, on the pay structure that it is currently, you get $30
For 10,000.
That's the
for
reason
10,000
why.
streams.
Yeah, no, this is
10,000 people listening, fans of yours, you get $30.
So it'd be like for 800,000, it's like $240, and I think if my math is right, still not a lot. I mean, that's
not a lot. That's a lot of people listening to you.
Yeah.
It's-
And that's per stream. I mean, per month, sorry. So
Exactly.
every month you have to get another 800,000 people
exactly.
to...
I think I'm gonna give up on my dream.
I think don't we all?
You guys just
bad.
witnessed my dream dying here.
I'm telling you.
Let me
kidding.
tell you.
Because like she said, like streaming is the majority of the music industry's income, at least here in the
84%.
States, 84%.
That's crazy. Where is that money going? Executives, the big people on top, you
Yep.
know, and that's the issue because we are the real artists here.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, these major artists, they're always going to have millions of streams, so they're good, essentially. It's just these independent music artists. That's where the issue lies,
Correct.
And it's not even like a small musician. It could be somebody that actually has a pretty good sized platform and has a lot of followers and subscribers, and you would think they'd be making more. So,
Right.
I mean, that's really, really low. So now you got musicians, they got to focus on other areas to make.
It's almost like you're in a
income.
sales job,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my God, I didn't hit the quota of 800,000
Yeah.
a month last month, so I'm screwed. I'm not going to get my bonus. It's terrible.
Right.
And a bonus for what? Like, it's so small anyways.
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy. So, Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Talib. We'll go with that. That sounds right.
Sure. I'm sorry, Rashida. I apologize to you. But introduced the Living Wage for Musicians Act, which would create a new streaming royalty with the aim to compensate artists and musicians more fairly at 1% per stream when their music plays on streaming services, regardless of how many they have. I like that.
I mean, it's a lot better. Instead of 0.3 of a cent, you at least get 1 cent
Right.
per stream.
Right.
That's a big.
But even
increase.
if I do 900 or 950 or whatever I make, at least I'm still being compensated for streams.
Right.
Which I
Right.
think that would be more fair.
And I don't think it's gonna hurt the people up top. I mean, those people are billionaires anyway.
Oh, no, they're not going to hurt nobody.
Yeah, but those people are greedy, man.
Yeah.
They
That's what
will-
it is. You don't think they're
Yeah.
going to pass that bill?
I don't like to be negative, I like to be realistic. And I just feel like with today's day and age, business, those big top executive people, they're so greedy. And especially, and this kind of falls all over the place, like politicians and stuff like that. They're all in it. They get a cut somewhere here and there, that I just don't think that they're going to pass it. Unfortunately, I hope they do. I feel like they're going to see that they're going to lose money, and they're like, why would we do this? Like, we've been
Exactly.
all these years with 0.003 tenths of a cent per stream, and everyone's fine. We're doing fine.
Well, what they're
So-
missing is that if they passed it, first of all, there would be a lot more very talented musicians coming out of the woodworks that are now like, oh, I could actually afford doing this now, and they're going to put their time and effort into making music for
That's
people.
true.
There's a lot of people that are really talented musicians out there that will never hear their music because they don't have the time or the money
Yeah.
to do it. But if you
It's
start paying them
discouraging.
better, we might
Right.
get better talent to come out, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, overall, it'd pay off for even the people up top, I think.
Okay.
It's
I
a
think so,
long-term
too.
investment, you know what I
Right.
mean?
I still think it's kind of low.
I think that, yeah, you're onto something. I feel like the quality of the music nowadays would be better if the pay was more.
Right.
Right.
You know, instead of this, because I feel like a lot of people do complain about today's music, how it's just like it sounds the same, it's just kind of trash, you know, and then especially like the hip hop world is just like all auto tune, it's the same sound. So like,
Yep.
I just feel like if you pay them more, you're gonna hear new sounds, you're gonna hear more creativity. You know?
Yeah, I agree. So we'll see. Who do you think is the highest paid artist on Spotify? Judah, you're first.
Okay, so I know we're talking just music, not podcast, right?
No, just music.
In the world or in the country?
In Spotify.
I'm gonna go with either Drake or The Weeknd. I think one of those two is the highest, has the most streams, I believe. That's who
What
I'm going with.
about?
I'm gonna say Taylor Swift.
That's a solid. That's
That's
solid
a
too.
solid one. Let's see. It is Taylor Swift.
Oh, you guys are cheating.
You
She
cheated.
already told you the answer.
I already told you. No. Well, Taylor Swift is a good guess. I mean, however, who do you think is the highest paid musician in the world?
Altogether,
Artist. Altogether.
So not on Spotify, just
Altogether in the world.
their whole net worth.
oh
is
jeez.
how much they're making every.
Yeah. The whole net worth, yes.
Man, that's a. I mean, you could say Taylor Swift for that one too, but I would probably go with. Man, ooh, that's a good question because there's Jay-Z, there's Dr. Dre. Because like, if you're talking about like,
You're very close.
Well, yeah, because Dr. Dre sold his the headphones for over $1 billion.
Yeah.
Man. Okay,
You
so
already
it's not
know, I
those
think.
guys.
I already know.
Oh, you
You
do
already
know
know?
who it
Yeah, I
is.
do know.
Can you
Oh,
give me a
okay.
hint or just gonna tell
No, I'm
me?
gonna say it is Jay-Z.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you were
Okay.
you were
Yeah,
close.
you were right there. That's your first guess.
Very good.
It's $2.5 billion.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, what? Come on.
He's getting that Illuminati money.
What?
Yeah,
there
that's
you go.
right. That's right. Yep. And his wife
to
too.
be
Why is
honest,
Beyonce
I
not
mean, this
there?
kind of shows a little bit kind of bad on my part, but like besides Tidal, I know he owns Tidal. Tidal's in. Are you familiar with Tidal?
Not at all.
Okay, it's another streaming platform, kind of like Spotify, Apple Music, and stuff. Like it's not as known, but it does pay more per stream.
But
for
why are
artists.
you taking my topics? That was my next topic. I was
Oh,
gonna say, guess who's the highest paying streaming platform?
What?
I'm
my
sorry.
bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Is YouTube a streaming platform?
It is kind of like
It's a streaming platform.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a streaming platform.
However, it doesn't have all, like Spotify has every single song in the world that was ever made. Tidal doesn't. It has most of the stuff, but not all of it. Same thing with Apple Music actually as well. I think Apple Music has a lot of it. I don't think it has every single song.
It does pay a little more too,
Apple
but
Music,
it's not
yeah.
a big difference.
Not
Like
big, yeah.
Tidal is only paying 0.013 per
But
stream
I
as
think-
of 2024.
I think
quite a bit
because
better.
Yeah, it is still better, but
because Spotify has every single song in the entire world that was ever created, that's why people like it's most known. That's why it's the most popular.
Is that accurate? They have every song? Spotify does?
Spotify's supposed to
Yeah,
have
it's-
like almost like every single song it's been
That's
since
incredible.
years and years.
Yeah, that's been officially released. Like,
Oh, I got you.
Like yeah,
like if you make a
exactly.
song in your bedroom, you never release it. Like of course it's not gonna.
Yeah.
Because I know some artists kind of like
Well, yeah, you can
don't
be against
want
it,
to be,
correct? Yeah, but that's different, you know.
right.
Well, there's a strategy where some artists, especially newer artists, they will release their song on another platform, and you have to like pay money to, I guess, listen to it or purchase the song first, and then like a few months later, then that song will come out to Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah,
But people just might as well just wait.
a lot of people wait, but I mean, if they're super fans, they'll pay. You know,
to listen to it first.
Right.
Because people are groupies sometimes.
Yeah.
Depending
True.
on the
It's
true.
artist. So
Yeah.
crazy. Illa, I have a question for you. How much have you gotten paid for your streams?
Ooh, I don't even know. Because the thing is, for me, BMI is the one that pays you for the streams, or is it the CD Baby for you?
City Baby for me, because they're basically everything. My distributor is also because you have a publisher, or you are your own publisher.
I'm
That's
my
the
own
difference.
publisher, yeah.
So I use City Baby for some publishing. They don't do this anymore. They used to also have like an additional for publishing. So that's what they pay me.
Gotcha.
But, if you have your own publisher or you have another publishing company, then that's different. But yeah, they used to have it. They don't have it anymore. I don't necessarily recommend City Baby, so don't. But that's what I used in the past. So.
City Baby.
No, I think that I don't. To be honest, I'd even pay attention because also like, so there's a fee that you have to pay. CD Baby or TuneCore, whoever's your distributor, or whatever, right?
Correct.
So that fee, when I get paid from my royalties, I would just kind of basically pay that fee. So I never really see a return. I mean,
Gotcha.
probably the biggest, I don't know, like $15, $20 is like the biggest. It's not a lot.
And this is how sad it is. That's why I wanted to talk about it, because he just said, I don't even pay attention because it's not even that much. It's not
Right.
money that you can rely on.
No.
So it's kind of like, why? This is the biggest streaming platform supposed to be, and you get paid so little. Like my biggest one, it's been like $25 every few months here and there. That's how I've been getting paid. So it's like, I don't know, like $50 a year sometimes, It's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And I just feel like there has to be something to avoid that. I don't know. I want to know, what do you guys think it should happen, or what suggestions you guys have to help independent artists to earn more money in streaming platforms? Do you guys have any idea, any plan that you think it would work better?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Let's give us like $10 per every view. I know they can't. Okay. Increase it significantly. Do a little. All these platforms should just run a little test trial and just say, hey guys, let's just try it out for like a month to see what happens. Let's pay a cent or 5 cents or whatever they could afford to do. They could calculate it and see what they could afford to do, and initially they'll take a hit up front, but the return on that could be so huge, and it shows a trajectory going up a certain percent. In the next 10 years, they could see the real data, and if it supports that it pays off in the end, why not?
Yeah.
So at least do it, try it, run it for a month or two and see what happens, because that's going to bring so much more talent to the platforms,
Yeah.
and way more viewers, and the audience will grow too.
Yeah. What are you?
So I was, I think I posted the bill that was being being
Passed.
brought up.
Yeah.
Trying to be passed.
Trying to be passed, yeah.
And someone commented that they're like same streaming kind of took away, from the music, and it took away a lot of income from the music artists, like streaming in general. And I was like, that's true, because before streaming, you would have to buy the songs,
Correct.
right? Buy the CDs and all that. I just don't see where we would go, back. I mean, I agree with her that, yeah, streaming did kind of take a lot of money away from us, but just the convenience, you can't really beat that. I think, Judah had a good point, I think, like, increase the pay per stream, and the music will be better, in my opinion.
I think they should just maybe make the membership a little bit higher. Just a little bit. I'm not saying like crazy higher, but just a little bit. And then pay the musicians better. I think people will still listen to Spotify. I mean, Netflix does it all the time.
Yeah.
Like almost every year, they're like, oh, we're going to just add a little dollar.
Right.
And I'm like, no. And now I think they're trying to even put ads. And if you'd only pay even more.
Yeah.
So they're trying to do all these things to get paid more. Maybe, I don't know what the reason is, but.
They're just trying to fatten their pockets up top.
Exactly.
They need to, like, just like in sports. Okay, so the UFC is a prime example. So like they are lacking compared to other like NBA, NFL that are willing, boxing even, right? Because they pay their fighters pennies on the dollar. And so you see what happens once you start paying your star athlete, not even your stars, just your athletes. When you increase that, you're going to have much more talent to pick from. It's like these platforms, they just don't recognize that or see that, or they're just too greedy and they're not looking at the long term, because there's so many ways that you can monetize that. Like you said, you could have different types of memberships that cost more or less, and then free, but the free has more ads or whatever it is. And then that extra money goes to the people at the bottom, which are the people that are just coming in trying to make it.
Right.
Yeah.
Not to them. I mean, these guys are so greedy though.
Yeah.
I don't see that going away. Like,
I know.
Yeah. I also think that I know they pay these platforms or these distributors to get the money out, but I feel like what they should have done is to have quality over quantity, because I feel like, I don't know, like it's nothing special if anybody can put their music in the platforms.
Yeah.
There's nothing special about that, you know? So I feel like they should have done it differently from the beginning. Like, hey, I'm not saying that, I don't know, like I'm not saying like,
what would be the criteria to be as qualified, you know, to release a song?
that's the tough one, right?
that's a tough
It's
one.
like,
Right.
It's so, what's the word?
It's a little discriminating.
Well, music's very
Or-
subjective.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
That's what I was looking
like
for.
something that I like, you guys might be like, well, Judah's crazy.
Well,
What?
I
He likes that
understand.
crap?
No, I get it.
It's
I get
hard.
it.
Yeah.
No, I understand that, but at the same time, quality, I mean.
Okay, yeah.
Like, not horrible sounds from a computer of a 2-year-old. That's just an
Right.
example.
I got
like,
you.
oh, it's not quality enough to do, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I see.
that's what I mean. Like,
it has to go through like a filtered thing where it's got to be
Like, more
approved before they
exclusive.
officially put it on there.
yeah, because if you think about it, if anybody can just go and put something in the platforms, of course I don't want to pay the ones that have 600 streams from the grandma
Right.
watching it, and their music really sucks,
And they're flooding it, yeah.
and they're flooding it with people like this.
See, but I think that's the responsibility of like CD Baby and TuneCore and all that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're the
because
ones
they're-
that put it in the platform.
right.
But if Spotify doesn't have any type of qualifications, then that's anybody
Right.
can put them there. And for what I've heard last year, it was like 250,000 songs being released to Spotify every day or something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I'm like,
It's just everyone's an artist nowadays. Everybody
wants to be an
mom.
artist, like
Oh no,
actresses
I got a new song.
and like,
It's just like, it's just so too easy. It's too easy now. Anybody can do it. So that's why it's like,
yeah, because you have computers now that can make you sound really good, you know. So it's a little
That's
bit
true.
hard.
it's tricky. Yeah.
We'll see what's gonna happen. I'm not sure. I can only tell you that if it wasn't because of my live shows, there's no way I could just do music at all.
Right.
Like, I do a lot of live shows, thank God, because I have I'm blessed enough that I go out and sing and travel with bands that I can, you know, at least get paid for my shows. But otherwise, streaming, no way, man. Like,
Yeah.
there's
Make sure
not
you take
enough
me to
money.
the next party that you're performing at. I'll be out there. We'll be
To be my
security.
hype man.
Yeah.
I'll be a hype man / security.
Right.
So like 10 years from now, I bet you smartphones will have apps that the worst singer in the world will get on there. They'll be like, AI, make me a beat. Make it tropical, make it like this, that, and the other. And then here it
Eventually.
is. And then it sounds good. And then they record or write me a song about blah, blah, blah.
Well,
And then
they do it right now.
I know. And then, but I'm talking about like, and then they'll be able to record and then
Right on their phone.
on their
Oh,
phone,
what
just
do you
sing
mean?
into it. Blah, 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 blah.
Well, there
And
is
then-
already an app that you can do that.
Okay,
some
AI,
stuff.
mix it.
So we
and then
can
mix it.
We can already do that.
Okay,
now, then.
master it, and then you got a freaking.
Oh my gosh, we
Jesus.
just unleashed.
Maybe
We
we,
just told
shouldn't
everybody.
post this episode. We should keep this amongst ourselves.
I know, right? We can-
So for real, that's all exist already?
Yeah, I mean, there is an app that you can do like the same. Like, remember when we did the AI? You can do the music. You can write the song because you
Right,
can use
AI can write
ChatGPT.
any
You
song,
can write
yeah.
any song.
It can make you the beat.
Now you
write
can
it
even
for you.
make you sound like somebody else.
And you can do that right from your
You
phone.
can do it and now AI can actually do other languages. Like I saw the other day, they put like Selena Gomez talking like Asian or something, like some Asian language or something like that, or Russian or something like that, and she sounded perfectly. It was her voice, and she moved her mouth like she was from another country. So that's not that far.
That's crazy.
What you just said.
Man.
So imagine.
Jeez.
Plus, it'll make a music video for you. Take your face and profile
That
and all
already
that,
has it
and
too.
then put you right in a music video. It does already.
Yeah, there's one that does that too. It doesn't look as good. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah,
there's a lot of things that they've been
they can
using
do it
AI.
technically, but they're not great.
Right.
So everything I was just spitballing about the future is already here.
But it might be perfected
Right.
by maybe 2030, and they were screwed.
Yeah.
Well,
Sounds
that's
like
okay
it.
because then we
Yay,
don't have to
music
put makeup
artists.
on, and we'll be doing this podcast through like
We'll just have the AI.
we have avatars.
Oh, yeah.
No, 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 no.
It'll
They
just
have
make
that
it-
already. Yeah,
That's what I'm
avatars.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's scary stuff going on, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, man. But I just think we should get paid a lot more. I mean, without music, not even movies or anything.
Yeah.
Like, music is everything, and especially for a real artist. So I still think that streaming should be,
Yeah.
we should get him.
So how does
I
an
hope the-
artist... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I hope the higher ups and the people in the government, Congress, and all that, when they're looking at this bill, I hope that they look at music and take music seriously. You
Yeah.
know?
They should.
Because I feel like a lot of people, music can easily be taken for granted. You're like, music,
Sometimes
music's
even in
everywhere.
schools, they're like, we
whatever.
don't need it. We're not gonna have a school,
Yeah,
like
but
a music,
Oh, yeah, music class. and
yeah,
stuff.
music class or anything.
But like, think about just like all the stuff and then take music away. Think about a movie. Take all the music away, and it's just the sound.
No.
And just yeah, exactly.
Music is absolutely
Everything.
essential, man.
I mean, I was
like,
at
you
my-
have to have music.
I was at my nephew's hockey game not too long ago, and like whenever there was like a break in their plays or whatever, what do they do? Blast some music on.
Yeah, and people start getting like high.
Yeah,
they're like,
they
"Ooh,
get it
can't
upbeat.
wait."
It brings energy. You
Oh, yeah.
know? It can
Exactly.
change your mood, and I know we touched on that before, but yeah, I just hope
agree.
that they can think of that when they're looking at this bill.
Well, we'll see. We're going to take a look at that in the future and see how that unfolds. And I really hope they can at least, come to an agreement, but in favor of the musicians, of course. So we'll see what is going to happen.
Yeah.
You guys have anything to add?
What is so people that are not already like huge, like on the radio, well-known celebrity types, but they're, I don't know, they have the potential to get there and they're really good, and you listen to music, it's like, this is legit. If they're not making that much on these streaming things, what's their go-to thing? Is it like merch and
merch is one.
touring? Is that the
Right.
is that the biggest
Touring
revenue?
is probably one of the biggest revenue,
Yeah.
I would say.
Okay.
Merch and touring, those are the go-tos.
Yeah, and obviously social media, brand partnerships. Like
Oh, yeah,
a
yeah,
lot
that's
of them
true.
get like partners with other brands, and they pay them pretty good money. But from streaming, it's just really hard unless you're like really successful, like super big. And I
Yeah.
don't like mentioning successful because success looks different in everybody.
Right.
You can still be successful and not be famous, have nothing to do with that. But I feel like the people that are actually big, famous, and stuff like that are the ones that are getting paid well. But then other people, like independent artists that are trying to do something, it's kind of harder for them.
Yeah. Well,
So
I think there's some positive outlook here, and let's see what happens with the Congress. Hopefully they'll pass that. I'll be honest, it would shock me if they did, but because I don't know, it never
Right.
seems to like really swing in
Come on,
the
government.
small people's favor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like help us
Yeah.
out.
we'll
you
see.
know?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I'll be getting paid more than those $50 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
real.
get
So-
like 80
Yeah.
or
We're trying to
100.
double that to $100 a year.
I'll take
baby.
$100.
100. Hey, there you go. You know?
Well, let's say we'll see what's gonna happen. But yeah, thank you so much for watching us, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Tell your friends, tell everyone, and if you haven't heard any of the other ones, please watch them. We have a bunch of other ones, and yeah. So I hope you
And if
enjoyed
you
this
haven't
one.
already, smash
Smash what?
That
the
like,
like
button.
Do you see how perfect that? It's just crazy.
was
Anyway,
good.
Yeah.
thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next time. La la la.
La la la. Boom, boom, boom.